Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Hitchcocks art class again. We're still not in school, but I think we should still be creating art because art is a wonderful thing to do. It is a good thing to occupy your time if you're getting a little bit bored. Grab a piece of paper, draw, color, use your imagination. Art is everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's art. Today we're going to be doing what's called the frog prints, all right? So I'm going to show you a picture. This is kind of what we're going for it to look like. Might not look exactly like that. They used paint on theirs. We don't have paint today. We have pencils, markers, and crayons, all right? I'm going to outline mine in a Sharpie marker because that'll make you be able to see it a little bit better. You can use pencil. That way if you get a line you don't like, go ahead and erase it. I also have a bucket of crayons here, or a basket of crayons here, and I'm gonna use crayons to color it in. You can use crayons, you can use pencils. If you have markers, if you're lucky enough to have your own markers, and I know some of you are, you can color it in with markers if you'd like. The reason we're going to do a frog prints, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, but they have a fairy tale that is called the Frog Prince. Now, there's lots of different variations of the Frog Prince. Lots of different people have written books about the Frog Prince, but they all kind of have the same theme to it. What happens is this prince, for some reason, he gets cursed and turned into a frog, and the only one who can turn him back into a frog is a princess. So while he's a frog, he meets a princess, and she's got to figure out that he really is a prince and how to turn him back into one. So we're gonna do the frog today. You don't have to do a crown on yours to make him a prince if you don't want to. I'm going to because I kind of want to do the prince, all right? So go ahead and pause this video if you need to run and get your supplies. You need some computer paper. It's so cheap, or printer paper, that's what we call it. It's so cheap to buy a ream of printer paper to use. And then go ahead and grab a pencil and some crayons or markers or whatever you want to use to color in your frog and to make it as cool as you want it to be. Some of you may have a couple worksheets that your teacher was able to get out to you. This is one of them. It's going to show you how step by step to draw the frog prints. If you don't have one of these, don't worry about it because we're going to do it right here together. And if you would rather do it by yourself, go ahead and do it by yourself. All right, so I do have to say that with me today I have Jeffy. He misses you guys so much. Hi, Jeffy. Hi, Jeffy. He's driving me insane. He chews on everything. He screams all the time. He just wants to be around everybody. So he's going to be so excited next year to see all of you guys again at school. So if he flies around, lands on my head, I'm sorry. That's just kind of what he does these days. And we're just gonna let him go ahead and be a part of the video if that's what he wants. So I'm gonna try to put him up on a lamp right here. Hold on, there you go, to get him out of my way. First thing we're gonna do when we do this frog, we're gonna start with his eyes because we're gonna get the rest of his whole body's gonna fit around his eyes. Frogs have a really cool, like bulgy type eyes, all right? And it's a cartoon frog, so don't worry if you don't get it perfectly, it's a cartoon. So we're going to do 2 circles for his eyes. Now let's see if you can see this. Yep, 2 circles for eyes, okay? You can put them as close together or as far apart as you want, whatever you feel like you want to do. Jeffy's on top of the camera. He's trying to eat my phone. He loves to chew my phone. All right, then you're going to go from his eye. Then from his eyes, you want to go straight down and make 4 little lines. Okay. He's driving me nuts. All right. And then in the lines, you can look, just kind of looks like I have a cool hat, doesn't it? The bottom of the lines, you're going to put little feet, like little toes, frog toes. These are the frog's front feet. And it does look kind of funny without the body, but it's, excuse me. It's going to look better when we get it finished. Oh, he got a little snarky with me there. He didn't want me to set him down. We're going to then take from the side of our eyes, we're going to do a swoopy line all the way to the feet. It kind of looks like a C, the letter C. We're gonna do that on the other side too. This is a fat frog. I like fat frogs. I think fat frogs are fun. Skinny frogs just look like they're not gonna make it very long, but fat frogs look like they've been doing a good job, okay? Don't forget though, with your frog, in between his legs, you gotta put his little belly. Otherwise, it's just not gonna look right. Now we need to do hind legs. Hind legs, they're gonna go up in a little arch and then they're gonna swoop around to the side, all right? I don't know if any of you ever eat frog legs. I don't eat frog legs, but you want them to be meaty, big fat frog legs, okay? So you're gonna put your line going up and then swoop it around to the end. You're gonna do that to the other side too, right? They look kind of like wings. If you want your frog to have wings, Jeffy's on the camera again. If you want your frog to have wings, go ahead. It's your frog. He can have wings. Mine does not have wings. These are the legs. And so then, because these are legs, we have to do his back feet right here, coming out of his body and out of his legs. Jeffy thinks he's gonna help. Okay? If you wanna make yours really big back legs, go right ahead. Really big feet, you can. But don't forget to put your line to separate his legs, you know, because they kind of fold up back behind him. And I haven't put my eyeballs, my pupils in yet, because I'm not sure where I want him to be looking. But right now, he's just going to sit right there on my page. Now, he needs a crown, because I want to do a crown. So a crown is really fun to do. It's just a bunch of straight lines, and in the top of it, it's kind of like a whole bunch of M's, like the letter M. You can make as big and fancy of a crown as you like, or you can do a tiny little crown. Depending on how wealthy your frog prince is, maybe your frog has a ton of jewels. Mine just has a few jewels. He's not really a wealthy frog. He just has a few jewels in there, okay? Just enough to give it something to look at, all right? So, I'll get my hair out of my way here. Then I want my frog to sit on a lily pad because my frog's in the pond. I don't know where your frog is. I hope he's not stuck in your garage because they really don't like to be in garages. They like to be outside. So my frog's gonna have a lily pad, and a lily pad is just kind of like a squished circle that he's sitting on. See that? And then I think I've decided I want my frog to be looking kind of up into the side. Oops, sorry, Jeff. Okay, so I'm gonna color in his pupils so he's looking this way. Now, beware. If you have one pupil looking this way and one pupil looking that way, you're gonna have a crazy looking frog, okay? But if you want a crazy frog, that's fine. Now we're almost done. What does my frog still need? Does anybody know? A mouth. Frogs have to have mouths, especially if it's a fat frog like that. He's definitely been eating some bugs. I'm gonna put a cute little smile on the side, okay? He's just kind of grinning. And then I like to have warts on my frog. Little spots. I like to have the spots, and the main reason I like to have the spots is because I get to color them in different colors. And I like a lot of different colors, in case you have not noticed. All right, so now it's time to color it in. See how easy that was? So easy. I am going to take a green crayon. I want my frog green. You can have your frog whatever color you want. I am going to color my frog in green. Now you may take your time and color this in as nice as you like. Give it to somebody, mail it to them, stick it up on your refrigerator. All right, so now my frog is colored in green. Oh, you can barely see that that's a green colored in frog, but he's green. And I think I'm gonna do my spots blue. I really like the color blue. This is plain old blue. So I don't have my fancy crayons, they're at school. I haven't gone to the school building yet to get my fancy stuff. So blue spots on my green frog. I think that's pretty cute. And then I'm gonna color in my crown yellow. It's called Dandelion. Don't you love the names of crayons? the names of the colors. They have such unique names. I wonder who has that job. That'd be a fun job to come up with the color names. Telling you, this little bird. Oh, he's tickling my neck. Okay. I want to put some jewels. Now, if you have some cool things at home, like jewels or sequins or glitter, this is where we would do some fun emphasis on this drawing, is we would go ahead and fill our jewels in with something shiny and sparkly. Even little bits of tin foil. If you have any tin foil at your house and glue, you could cut little pieces of tin foil and stick them in there, and that just make it kind of shiny. And then I'm gonna do my lily pad. I don't have a lot of different colors of green with me, but I'm gonna do my lily pad a darker green. Sometimes lily pads are real dark, sometimes they're light. Sometimes they're pink. Sometimes they have beautiful flowers on them, depending on what time of year it is. So I'm going to just quickly color in my lily pad so you can see how to color it in. Now I have a frog sitting on a lily pad. Oh, he got my earring off, that little sucker. No, he's getting in my ear. Okay, so I don't want my lily pad and my frog just floating aimlessly on the paper. If you want to use your creativity and put them in outer space or something unique like that, go ahead. I'm going to just put mine in a pond. So all I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to go up to about his legs and draw the edge of my pond. Okay? And then everything below that is going to be blue. That's going to be the pond, the water. And I'm just doing it quickly so that you don't, spend all of your day watching me color in water. I don't think anybody wants to do that. Can you see how I'm doing that in, coloring that in like that? Just giving you an idea of how it's going to look when it's finished. Real quick, real quick, real quick. Now you can go ahead and put stuff in the background if you want to do trees. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a few cattails. You see, a lot of times with ponds you see cattails. So cattails would be, they grow right in the water, right on the edge of the water. They're just sticks sticking up. They don't have to be perfect, they don't have to be straight. And then if you've ever seen a cattail, the end of it is kind of, it looks like a hot dog on a stick, like a corn dog. It kind of does look like a corn dog. So I'm going to do that on all the tops of my, there. See how easy that was? So that is the frog prints. Now you can have fun, you can put a fly. I think I am gonna put a fly up there because he's kind of looking up here like, what's going on over there? And you know, frogs love flies. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little fly body with big wings, okay? And he's flying around, so I'm gonna do one of these little dot, dot, dot lines because sometimes that makes it feel like he's flying around. So there's my fly. That frog is sitting there eyeing that fly and thinking he's gonna have himself something really good to eat. So that's the lesson for today. Very easy, very simple. I challenge you to go ahead and do some cool things in the background. Maybe this is the evening, so there's gonna be a sunset. What kind of colors do you see in a sunset? Well, you might wanna take some of your reds or your pinks and do a sunset in the background. You know how the sky fades from blue to purpley and pink and orange and yellow? It's really pretty. So you can go ahead and do that too, and that will finish up your picture so it's not just a white background. The sky isn't ever white, guys. It's not just, you don't ever look outside and say, oh, it's white. It's not. Unless it's in the fog, but then the fog is usually some kind of gray. So I'm gonna go ahead and put yellow up here, and the sun is gonna be setting soon, or maybe it's rising. You can decide what you want it to be. So I don't know if you can see that. The different colors behind the frog. See that? So that's your lesson today. You can make it as complex or as simple as you'd like. And next lesson that we will be doing is a polar bear. It's kind of like winter now. It's been snowing lately, even though it's supposed to be spring. That happens in Michigan all the time, normal thing. Anyway, it was great to see you again. I hope that you join me again to do the polar bear. And say hi to Jeffy, and we will see ya again. All right, Jeffy, say goodbye. Say goodbye, Jeffy. All right, see you guys later.